Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you guys are doing well. This is Uncensored, brought to you by myself, Joe, Manscaped, and Stretford. Paddock. We'll talk a little bit more about Manscaped later on. Yeah. Today we're talking boom bap.
Kicking off, innit? Mbappe style.
Yeah.
He loves a kick-off every summer.
Good old Hansen.
He can't have it go a full summer without him being in the new summer.
There has to be like a 3-day period.
Yeah.
3-day? That sounded like Peter Kay.
Proper Preston
There has to be a 3-day period where he is leaving PSG, even if he's not.
Yeah.
Like there has to be that drama.
Yeah.
There has to be. Remember Ronaldo used to do it.
Yeah.
Thrives off drama.
He loves it. He loves multi-storylines. He likes the Mbappe, the Mbappe, the MUFC. He likes them all going on at once. So last year he was going to Real Madrid, certain, signed, sealed, delivered. Then he signed basically a deal to become the owner of PSG. And then now, 12 months later, that deal had a contract clause in it where, do you know, normally there's a +1 optional extension and the club decides whether they want to activate that. His one has got the +1, but it's him that gets to decide.
And it was only a 2-year contract, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the latest then. So we'll go through it a little bit and then we'll have our discussions because there has been some links to Man United. So there's two sort of parallel storylines here. One is what Mbappe's saying and one is what the club are supposedly saying about the Mbappe situation. So he's come out and said he's not going to extend for that optional year, that he will be leaving on a free next year.
No. However, he said he's not extending, and therefore the rumours have gone, well, PSG want to sell.
Well, that was the thing that came out, wasn't it? It was that PSG aren't going to let him play out his contract and leave on a free next year. So he's come out and said, I'm happy. I will continue at PSG next season. I'm very happy. But they've basically said behind the scenes, you aren't here next year if you're not here the year after. If you aren't going to stay, we're selling you, which then puts him in a position of who's going to buy him.
Also, this kind of like fits in that style with kind of Messi leaving. Remember when there was the whole talk of 2 years ago? Oh, Qatar are basically gearing up for the World Cup. They want to have Messi, Ronaldo at PSG, and then the World Cup comes, and then that's probably going to break up after that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fallen into place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like everything, all that Qatar kind of PSG regime loving is falling apart. And it also came with the backdrop of the reports around United's takeover potentially being done to Qatar. Like Qatar get United and Mbappe seem to be the whole. Yep. But it's not going to be the case, is it?
Well,
we're not getting him.
Would you want him?
Well, so of course, anybody would want him.
So again, this is all like splintered reports from loads of different journalists and stuff who are commenting on different parts of it. So there's what Mbappe said, which we've said. There's what PSG are rumoured to have said, which we've said. Then the next bit was that they would want around 150 million euros for him. He's only got 1 year left, so it's a lot of money, but you're getting an Mbappe for it.
But then it's like, again, it shows you how horrible it would be to be owned by a state. But if Qatar were to own us and they own PSG, even though it's not the same people.
Yeah.
It's the same people.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like,
it's like which hand is the Mbappe in? Is it the PSG hand or the Man United hand? You go like, it was in the PSG.
And it's like, we gave him 200 million for Mbappe.
United hand.
In installments.
Yeah.
When did them installments go in? Never.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, they got paid by a company in Qatar somewhere.
I know.
That's what will happen.
I know.
FFP, don't worry about that. We got Mbappe for free.
Let's say we don't get Qatar, or we don't know who the new owners is because we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Would you like Mbappe? Do you think that signing
as a footballer,
Mbappe
would I want Mbappe at Manchester United? Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a whole host of his wages at PSG at the moment are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think though, I said this to you earlier, and you kind of disagreed. I think he knows he's not going to get those wages anywhere else. It's not a case of he's on 800 grand or whatever he is at PSG a week.
Yeah.
And now he wants 800 grand a week to move. He will be aware, bro, you're going to get half of that. Anywhere else you move, you're going to get half of that. Come on.
Do you think?
Yeah, he knows that. He's not stupid.
No, because United don't have
the only place he's going to match his PSG contract is in Saudi.
Yeah.
And the Qataris won't sell him to Saudi.
I don't think...
And he's not going to do that yet.
He's not leaving Europe without a Champions League.
No, not yet. Bro, he's been looking... I hate to bring it up. He's been looking at Erling Haaland's Instagram and that this week and been like, what am I doing here in France?
Yeah. Because that's the thing as well with Qatar. Their ownership of PSG has gone about as badly as it could, considering the money they've spent, if you know what I mean. They've spent enough money that they were always going to win the French league, because the French league is a relatively poor league in comparison.
Might as well be Celtic, as one famous man.
Exactly. There's no Man United, Cities, Liverpools, Chelsea's in the French league.
City have literally won like 5 out of 6.
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's no competition for it. Is what I mean.
City and PSG were the same amount.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Because Lille won one, remember?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. PSG don't have to compete against anyone of that standard. It's literally them, and then the next high spender is here. Whereas even in the Premier League, City have spent this, United have spent this, Chelsea have spent this.
Yeah, I thought, look, City winning what they've won, it's very tin pot, and like, I don't really care. Like, it don't mean nothing to me. Might be different for you, might be different for people from Manchester. Like, City winning all of that doesn't bother me. I'd feel a lot more wounded if it was Liverpool or Arsenal.
Yeah.
What was my point here?
Don't know.
What did you just say?
Well, I was talking about how PSG have basically done as badly as they could have in relation to what they spent.
PSG are basically the same as that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically the same.
Except they've not got anywhere near winning the Champions League except once. They got to one final, and most of the years they go out in the round of 16. It's like terrible how bad they've been. And then a lot of their squad's getting on a bit.
Do you feel the running of PSG by the Qatar group could be what happens to us?
I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. People are so enamoured by the potential riches and money that Qatar would bring to United and the transfer spending and all that, that I feel like the one example we have of, again, it's not the exact same people and we're not going to have the same people, but some of the same pool of money and some of the same people from that similar group of money have done a terrible job at PSG.
But you know what it is though as well? It is, but again, I'm not kind of defending it because I don't want to be state-owned, but I think they bought the wrong club. Yeah. And I didn't got there and realised that, like, you spent the money on the wrong team.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he wants to go Paris as well, man. It's a shithole.
I think what they should have done is,
do we agree Paris is a shithole?
I've not been as an adult. I've only been as a kid.
It's a shithole.
I feel like, have you heard of Paris syndrome? Have you heard of this? It's a thing that, like, American people, I think basically people from not from Europe who don't have sort of easy access to Paris, they go there based on what they've seen in like Hollywood films and like Instagram posts.
Birds on TikTok, like having a coffee with a newspaper. It's like
everyone just imagines
some fella, and really it's not.
Croissant, accordion.
It's a shithole.
Flickering
lights. Rubbish all over the place.
Yeah,
like the croissants aren't all that.
Yeah, people but people genuinely, let me find this, like, some of the things that I think a lot of American and, like, I think the one I saw was talking about, like, Japanese
there was a good
people
point made by Patrick Cassidy, who's been a member for 30 months.
Yeah.
Says, will Mbappe be happy sitting on the bench for Martial? And I mean, it is something we've got to think about. It's a big shadow to be living in, Anthony Martial's shadow.
Can I just, sorry, not to bring it back to this, but I'll be done after this. Paris syndrome is a syndrome, a sense of extreme disappointment exhibited by some individuals when visiting Paris who feel the city was not what they lived up to, right? Yeah. The syndrome is characterized by a number of psychiatric symptoms, such as delusional states, hallucinations, feelings of persecution.
Wait, what? The symptoms?
Yeah, aggression, hostility, derealization, anxiety, as well as psychosomatic manifestations such as dizziness, tachycardia, and sweating. Yeah, because vomiting.
Think about
Imagine getting to Paris and going, this isn't right. What? No, where's all the That's just fucking non-stop vomiting.
No, really as well, because you know what? That's the thing, because if we go to Paris, it's half an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like we get there, it's like, all right, let's go back home. But if you've flown 10 hours from America, and you know what? Like, we spoke about this earlier as well. Like, I love some of the stuff about America, but equally I hate some of the stuff about America. Like, it's a love-hate thing. But you know when I went to Beverly Hills in LA, I felt like I was in a movie.
Yeah.
Like I felt
New York's like that.
Like
you
it
feel
still
like
felt
in
it.
a film. Yeah.
It hasn't got that Paris syndrome, has it?
No. I've not been to LA, so I can't comment on that.
But everything's here. We got some. Daniel Farr says Paris is fantastique.
Yeah,
that's what he says.
There's loads of great things about Paris.
SS says Paris and London are the dirtiest cities I've visited. I'd rather spend time in London than Paris, and I hate London.
Interesting.
Jim Max says Paris is a dump.
So harsh. For balance, I like Paris.
Itan says people from France, not Paris, think the same.
Interesting.
So outsiders.
So the non-Parisians.
Yeah, there's many better places in France than Paris.
You've been to Toulouse?
No, I've been to Nice.
Oh yeah.
It was alright.
Nice.
Yeah, it's expensive though, isn't it?
I love France.
I also hate a place where you've got a beach and it's got pebbles on it.
Yeah.
Like if it hurts for me to lie on this beach, it's not a beach.
Yeah, if you should be able to walk on a beach with no shoes on.
It's not a beach. If it's got pebbles, it's not a beach.
It's a car park.
Seaside. No.
It's a car park.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
It's an adult ball pit.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No, I'm not. Speaking of ball pits, our sponsor for today's show is Manscaped. Now, spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-belt grooming, have the best tools for some spring cleaning in your pants, Adam. Yeah? Trust me.
I'm all Manscaped up
your
today.
confidence will be blooming like the flowers.
You know what? When you don't, and it's hot.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord God.
I mean, there's no nice way of saying this. I shaved my asshole to within an inch of its life this week. And honestly, the difference is better. And
you did bubble as well?
Yeah, of course, everywhere.
I can't. What? How? Do you stand on a mirror?
From cock to coccyx. That's my motto. The entire... That's the whole thing. Manscaped are trusted by over 8 million men. And using the code Paddock20, I'll tell you in a minute. Using the code Paddock20, you get 20% off and free shipping. I actually crouch over a mirror.
Yeah.
So I would lay the mirror on the floor, and then I sort of put myself above it.
Do you have a hairy mirror after?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. But I've got a robot Hoover. And I'd like to think that is my robot Hoover's favourite job of the week.
What? Cleaning up your pubes?
Yes.
You have to do them every week. What? How quick do yours grow back?
It's the matting that I worry about. Anyway, there's not just the Lawnmower 4.0, which is the proprietary trimmer I'm talking about there. There's also the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. There's the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver ball toner. Do you know, like halfway through the day, when things are getting a bit less than fresh down there, little Crop Reviver.
The shower gel's spot on as well. Someone gave me an industrial-sized shower gel.
Yeah.
Manscaped gave me, not someone.
Yeah.
Got that in
genuinely really good, and the conditioner and shampoo is excellent as well. The Lawnmower 4.0 is also waterproof. It's got a light on it, so you can do it in the shower, in the bathroom.
Also, guys, if you get your Lawnmower 4.0 and you think it's broken like I did, it's not broken. The safety's on.
The safety lock.
It's like a gun. It's got a safety on it.
Yeah.
Because you press it a few times.
Yeah.
Remember when I said, Joel, when things not working?
Yeah, and I said, triple press, mate. See what happens.
Triple pressed it. Bad boy came on.
Bad boy came back,
and my pubes were back to normal.
Exactly. There's also the Performance Boxer Brief, and all of that comes in
I wear them to gym. They're good, you know.
Performance Package 4.0, which is all the things I've just mentioned, all in one easy package.
Did you know the Performance Package is his nickname?
It is.
Yeah. But we call him Performance Package.
You call him
5.5?
You call him Wee Willie Stinky, don't you? And you can get 20% off and free shipping using the code Paddock20 at manscaped.com. That is 20% off and free shipping using the code Paddock20 at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you, and the link is in the description, so go and check them out. Thank you to Manscaped. Honestly, this time of year as well, you will not regret getting Manscaped. It is absolutely crucial. Right.
You better Manscaped for Vegas and that, because we can't be rocking around in the heat in my Mustang.
Yeah, the last thing you
want... With your balls kicking up a fuss.
Yeah, imagine me leaving that sort of dirty snail trail on the cream leather seats.
Have you seen when people do it in gym?
Yeah.
And you can just see their balls on the bench. Like
I saw the outline of someone's starfish once. You could see it. You know those fizzy peach sweets that you get? It looked like someone had spray painted around one of them. Absolutely vile. Right, Ten Hag. This is why it's called Uncensored, I suppose. Ten Hag is keen on former Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana, following praise from Pep Guardiola after the Champions League final. I love this. Onana is 27 years old and could cost up to 50 million from Inter Milan. Didn't they get him for like either free or ridiculously cheap from Ajax? Because he got done for a drugs ban, didn't he? What did you make of him in the Champions League final? Would you be up for a bit of Onana?
This is a good thing. Dan says, interesting that Jake Humphrey has never had his wife on the High Performance podcast, almost as though she wouldn't recognise a high performance. Oh. It's a good little sexual joke there.
It's really interesting that. What do you make of...
Did you know that Jake Humphrey actually invented podcasts?
It wasn't that he invented them, it's that he sort of sculpted them from from a bit of clay.
Yeah, made them what they are.
Yeah, like God did.
Without him, what would we be doing? So thank you, Jake.
We'd just be sitting in the mud shaving our bollocks over there, wouldn't we? With no one to tell about it. Andre Onana, thoughts?
I thought he was excellent in the final. I can't judge everything off that because I've only really seen him in the Champions League, although he's been excellent. But I think, you know what it is, Joe? You know when we see a goalkeeper do something with his feet?
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if you hadn't eaten all week, bro, and I'll give you a little Ritz cracker.
Oh, my God.
You're going to be like, that is fucking tasty.
One of the best things I've ever eaten.
That is the bollocks.
Yeah.
But if it's only because you haven't had anything. You know what I mean? You haven't had anything for ages.
Starving out here.
And that's what we're doing with Onana. We're seeing him and we're going, fucking hell, that Ritz cracker looks tasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really, it's not a cookie.
No. And that's the thing with Onana. It's weird because he went to Inter Milan for like 12 million, I think, from Ajax. He'd failed a drugs test. He was beating the press on that with his... But he was so good. He was so good. He looked like a midfielder, didn't he? He was like Busquets.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We have to get rid of De Gea, don't we?
Do you think?
I think
we
it's done now,
probably
you know. Although surely he would have signed by now.
Well, have you seen the
Or are we
links-
waiting for the new owners to do it?
Have you seen the links to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, I've seen everyone linked to Saudi Arabia. I've been linked to Saudi Arabia.
I saw that. How much was it again?
For Saudi Arabia Fan TV.
100 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, I rejected it though.
How come? On what grounds?
100 million, I'm worth more than that,
Yeah.
I think.
If Benzema's 200,
Yeah, I'd 150 at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're 3/4 of the man he is.
But would you do it? If they said to us, look, Stretford Paddock, you're going to become the Saudi League Paddock.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to follow... You can choose your team, actually. You'll be like the lads. You'll be like Benzema. You can have one of these 4 teams. You're doing it. I mean, City have just won the treble. I mean, football's ended. May as well.
It's easy for me to say no, isn't it?
Yeah, because the money's not there.
Because it doesn't exist and it
Never will.
never will.
Might do one day.
I don't think... How much am I getting, sorry? What's the figure? Figure.
Well, the figure to Stretford Paddock would be 150 million. But that's not all yours, is it?
No. I'm taking a little slicey, though.
Little slicey, little good. You get a couple of 50 millions out of that.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Yeah, liar.
Won't do it.
Liar. I think everyone's a liar. I think we all kind of hate it and
Yeah.
all those kind of things. But what's the difference between we're going to get into a whole different conversation, yeah. Political one, isn't it? It's a bit deep.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? What's the difference taking money from an American?
Yeah.
That's what people would argue.
Yeah. When you look at
Mental.
wars and history.
But I don't
and
want to
all
be
that.
state-owned, man.
No, I don't.
It is a depressing state of affairs. Because you'd then have, basically, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the Arab Emirates just fighting for the league.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
It's just a strange position for the league to be in.
But the
isn't it?
one thing about United that isn't the same as them, and this sounds mental, we're already the bollocks.
I know.
We've already got all this money.
That almost is why it annoys me more.
Because we just need to be freed up.
We need to be managed properly with the money we already have.
But then I think people as well get mad when they go, the Qataris saying they're going to wipe the debt off. You think the Glazers give 2 shiny shits about what they're going to do after they buy the club? They don't care what you're going to do to the club.
No.
They could say, spending 2 billion on players this summer. The Glazers are like, all right, that 2 billion ain't coming to us, so why do we care?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't care if the debt's there after, the debt's bigger after. They don't care.
No.
They just want it to be sold. Wankers. I hate them, you know.
Yeah.
Properly hate them, man.
And they've let it get.
And that's who you got to blame for this.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, over the last 18 years, is it? 2005, yeah. Their chronic lack of investment into everything has come home to roost. And you look at it now, yes, they've chucked money at it in the last 10 years when Fergie left, but you gave some dickhead accountant the money to run around with. Like, if that's not negligence, I don't know what is. Like, I don't know, man. It's mental.
And the fact that
it's mental.
They've let Old Trafford get.
It's like letting your kids
left
do the big
behind.
shop.
Yeah. And
What are you
like
doing, you
Carrington's
twat?
left behind.
All we've got is Harry Bowles now.
The new owner now has to be so rich that even Britain's richest man might not be rich enough to do what we need.
People going on like his shit don't stink as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He might not.
Like petrochemicals. Do you know what that means?
That's 2 words that are terrible for the environment stuck together, probably with some sort of corrosive adhesive.
Like, yeah, they're both bad for us.
Petrol? Oh, you like petrol, do you? That's one of the worst things for the world. chemicals. Because the word petrol wasn't chemically enough. That wasn't bad enough. Glue chemicals on it. Yeah.
So it's not like he's shit don't stink. His shit stinks as well.
No, I know. Clayton M, who's been a member for 34 months, says, hope you lads are doing well. Joe, can the fans get a commemorative late night live if we're sold? The puns could be incredible. I'm up for a little.
Can we bring that back on pre-season?
Well, we've got. Me and Jay were chatting about this the other day. We've got some sort of idea, but it's not in a stage where we're ready to discuss it on air yet. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for your comment, though. Let's move on to Min Jae. Now, this story is in a weird position where if you read what's coming out of Italy, you'd think he was playing for Man United right now, and if you read what's coming out of England, you would think no one had ever heard of him. Like a lot of rumours saying that we're after him. Obviously, I think Romano said that we're interested, but all of the reports. So again, Min Jae deal officially sealed according to reports in Italy.
I think this is done, you know.
Deal is 100% complete. It will be announced on July the 1st. Is that because that's when his thingy deal kicks in? What's it called?
He's got a release clause.
That's what I mean.
In his contract, but it's only active according to these reports.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the fucking contract. Between July the 1st and July the 15th.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-week period. But if it's anything like 2013 when we signed Fellaini, we'll wait for that to pass and then we'll put a £100 million bid in.
Yeah, we'll wait for that to pass, go for someone else that we're not going to get, and then come back to him at the end and get him for 70 million. But yeah, so the deal is worth £51 million-ish, according to Italian source Mattino.
Oh, it was 40 million the other week.
Euros.
Is it 60 million euros?
I don't know, because I saw 52 million euros
That's what
at
I
one
saw.
point, which
but
is like
maybe
45.
it was 60 million euros, which is 52 million pounds, right? That's probably
I guess.
right.
Yeah, that seems
So
about
let's
right.
say 50 million pounds for him.
Yeah.
And we get ballpark 30 million for Slabhead.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
20 million to improve your defence.
Yeah, decent. 20 million for a Serie A winner and one of their best players.
Let's say we get rid of McTominay.
Yeah.
For 20 million.
Yeah. I think you're getting 60 between Maguire and McTominay.
For 10.
Yeah. If Elanga's worth 10, McTominay's worth more than that.
Yeah, but
30.
But we can't sell players.
That's a good point.
Fred might go. I'm not sure.
I think he stays if McTominay goes.
But what I'm trying to say is so then you've raised 30 million already. You sign a Mason Mount for 45, 50. You've improved your team. You've only spent 40 million there with the 2 players coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then maybe another 15 to 20 for Dean Henderson.
Do we not keep
slice.
him?
It doesn't sound like it.
I'd rather Dean Henderson go than De Gea, you know. That's where I've come back to there again.
Dean Henderson stay, you mean?
I've come back to a point where I go, if we don't sign a keeper, I'd rather see Dean Henderson go next year.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be back here because the geezer was
weird.
Wasn't he the leak?
Just a bit weird, wasn't it? Like that
He's
quote.
very Joe Hart, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not. He don't strike me as a Man United player.
No. He seems like he'd be. You would go on a night out with him and you're like, what's going on here? Oh, yeah. Why has he had 8 drinks already?
Someone keep an eye on him.
Pre-drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lads, look after him.
Yeah, he's fine, but just keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on him. Watch you don't say nothing to them over there.
Yeah.
Because they'll knock us out.
He feels like he'd get you hit on a night out, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't know. That interview was so bizarre. Like, I didn't want him to see me in training because he'd want to play me, and I didn't want.
Who do you think you are?
I know.
To be fair, when I went Carrington the other week with Ethan, I did say to Ethan I don't really want to start running around here because they might want me to play on the That Weghorst came up to me and went, "How did you do that?"
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What did you do? Just kick it in the back of the net?
Yeah, just hit the net.
Yeah. Were you allowed to shoot that way? Is that what he said? You're allowed to put it in the net?
Yeah, I took a picture of them as well. It's probably never going to see the day of
light
of day.
There you go.
What, never going to see the stadium of light.
You took a picture of Weghorst?
With me, yeah.
Can I see it?
Because I thought he was going to score, didn't I, in the final.
Well, what you should have done is what Ethan did. He tweeted, I've just took a picture of the bloke who scores the winner in the FA Cup final. How many likes did you get, Ethan? 4,500. And that's for someone that no one cares about.
Does everyone want to see my...
People love you. You'd have got at least 6K off
No one loves me, really.
Well, they do, compared to him.
Nah, but
no
I would have been
getting... shit about Ethan.
My quotes would have been very different to his quotes.
Oh.
They would have been like, look at this fucking idiot being serious.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So a bit harsh. So we're going to just show it on this poddy instead.
Me and Daddy Weggy.
He's big, isn't he? Because what are you, 6'2"?
6'2". Between 6'2" and 6'3".
So 6'2".
No. I'm over 6'2", but I'm under 6'3".
You juicy.
So if I say I'm 6'2", I'm lying. If I say I'm 6'3", I'm lying.
Yeah.
So I just say 6 sexy.
And what's he, 6'6"? Got to be. He's about 3'4" bigger than you there, isn't he?
And you know what I said to him? And he looked angry when I said it.
Kiss me.
I said, if you're not here next season, thanks. And he looked at me like, but what if I'm here next season? I was like,
do you think he thought you meant if you're not here next season, thanks for leaving?
no, like, thanks for your efforts. I was nice to him, weren't I? Yeah, it was nice.
Ethan said no. Kim Min Jae, you up for it? You like him?
yeah, talking about Kim Min Jae.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
You know who's good at Football Manager? Mies Hilgers, we should sign him. MWES Hilgers.
Who's he play for? We're just picking Football Manager players now. Is that genuinely how we're signing
You know
people?
what? I signed Evan Ferguson and Matoma and I won the lot.
Who for? United? Oh. Do you remember when we used to do Football Manager?
I want Evan Ferguson.
FIFA career.
I want an Irish player back at Man United. We need an Irish player.
Who's the last one?
John O'Shea.
Was he?
He's the last one to leave.
No,
Johnny Evans.
How long was Gibson here for? Who left first, Johnny Evans or Darren Gibson? Got to be close. They're both 2015.
Darren Gibson left first.
Did he?
Did he?
Let's
he
find
played
out.
for Sunderland,
Ethan's
didn't he?
on it.
Remember when he was pissed up in Player of the Year awards, telling everyone that Newcastle was shit or something?
Evans left in 2015. So I'm just getting word through.
Because Gibson left when Fergie was there, I'm sure.
And Darren Gibson left, other producer.
I'm getting the word.
Evans was 2015. Darren Gibson left in. Shouldn't take this long.
Jesus Christ. Are you just counting up with your fingers over there?
2012.
So who left first?
Gibson. So
I told you when he left when Fergie was there. I told you.
So Johnny Evans was the last Irish player we had then.
Is that right then?
Well, there's not been any after that, has there?
Yeah, we need Evan Ferguson.
Not first team players.
Bring
anyway.
Evan Ferguson back.
Paddy McNair.
Paddy McNair from Ballyclare.
Shit.
I said he'd win the league for us.
Sure.
Jesus
He did in a
Christ.
way.
I must have been on something back in the day, man.
Yeah.
You know what it was? I was on the Fergie Kool-Aid, you know. You know, like, even like, when I think about it now, you just, whatever Fergie said, you said, and you knew you'd be all right in the end. Because even if it was wrong, you're going to be right. Because he's going to prove you right.
I know. Have you watched Succession?
No.
Have you seen it?
I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
Basically,
I'm still watching The Sopranos.
It's like a rich, but this might be a similar thing, where the dad in Succession, he can do whatever he does, it ends up all right for him because he's just that.
That's a bit like Rory.
That correct, that good, that right. It can look weird. He can have losses short term, but overall,
You just
he
land on your
wins.
feet.
You what?
Just lands on his feet.
Yeah, that's what Fergie was like. No matter what he did, no matter what he got wrong, he said, "Oh, well, don't matter. We won fucking 6 of the next 8 titles, or whatever it was after 2005." Like, he can make mistakes, but long term, if you say what he says, you're gonna be all right. No one in the club like that now, is there? Hopefully, Ten Hag. Do you feel like we can trust him, or?
I trust him, but football's different now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're competing with a lot of different clubs now. Loads of money out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a great coach almost.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. City can do it. Anyone can do it.
That's true. If they can do it with nothing, we should be able to do it, starting with something. Shouldn't we?
Hopefully.
You think so? Right, let's talk about Jordan Pickford. Your mate loves him, doesn't he? Rory Jennings.
I don't love Pickford, though.
Well, there's talks coming from TalkSport that United are after Jordan Pickford. They said that United are willing to sign Pickford. I love that, willing to sign him. Regardless of the future of David De Gea, they're willing to pay 30 million, but it's expected Everton will demand significantly higher than that. How could he be worth significantly higher than that? He signed a new contract in February, so I guess that plays into it. But surely Jordan Pickford isn't worth significantly more than 30 million.
Someone's telling me Johnny Evans is Northern. Bruv, he's from Ireland, man. It's Irish. My family's from Belfast. We're Irish. What am I then?
What?
You're all Irish, innit?
I don't know.
Am I forcing a United Island here?
I think you maybe are, yeah. I think wherever you're from and whatever you would like to be called.
Yeah, but I mean,
we're up for that.
What are you then if you're from Northern Ireland? Irish.
Whatever you'd like to be.
My family's from Belfast. They're Irish.
Okay, good. Jordan Pickford.
No.
Why?
Shit, innit? I don't want an English goalkeeper.
No.
Is that racist?
It is a bit, but I know what you mean. They're
I just
cursed.
think they're all like David James, Joe Hart, Robinson.
Seaman.
He was the last good one.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about what you got in your beard?
It's not my beard. But it is a beard. It is someone's beard. So you like semen? You just admitted that.
Not in my beard.
No. But Pickford, no. You're not keen?
Nah, not for me, you know.
Can you see why United fancy him, though? He likes playing with his feet slightly more than De Gea.
I think he's a big reason why Everton are still Premier League. And I think he's better than I have originally given him credit for. Is he a Manchester United goalkeeper? I don't know. He just strikes me as a passion merchant.
Yeah.
Like, I could imagine him doing my head in at some point.
The haircut would get...
United are losing and he's shouting at everyone, throwing the ball out and getting angry. You know, when people doing all that stuff, I just feel like you feel less sure about your performance. You never used to see, like... You see Peter Schmeichel bollock someone or call for, but not constantly, like, just,
not just
on
whinging.
edge.
Yeah.
Feels on edge.
Bruno has a touch of that to him occasionally. I feel like I've seen it less this season.
You can't have that in a goalkeeper.
No, but I feel like I've seen it less this season anyway with Bruno.
You can't have that in a goalkeeper.
No, you can't.
You need calm presence.
Yeah.
Relax. Van der Sar's that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to play football out from the back. Is he that good to do that as well?
I think he's
better than De Gea.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be, I'm probably better than De Gea.
Do you believe that?
Do you
believe if there was like some sort of passing like drill or test that you could do to it?
Yeah, I don't think goalkeepers are the greatest footballers.
No, of course not.
Well, Edison is. But if they were, they would have been playing out in the field, innit? I'd be very interested. All right, I think someone like Ben Foster asked this before, but let's say you had like 20 Premier League goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Put them in a squad.
Yeah.
And make them a team in League 2 or something. You think they get promoted too?
No, I don't think they make the Football League.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you?
No. I think Edison could.
No.
Alisson.
I think the standard is so different. It's so different. And I don't mean this is in a disrespectful way to goalkeepers at all. I think if you get any relatively athletic, fit, like physically fit man who's up for jumping about a bit and train them non-stop, they'll be a pretty good goalkeeper. You cannot do the same thing and make someone a midfielder. Like being a keeper is more about athleticism. Obviously, you need the brain as well. You need an elite level brain. You can't just be someone who's good at jumping. But like, it's more about athleticism and physical traits than any other position, because most of it is so much more about thinking and reading the game. But the goalkeepers there's so many less things, less variables going into be a keeper. It's can you reach that? That's the main one, isn't it? So I think most keepers aren't great footballers. A lot of them are outfield players who weren't quite good enough, who ended up going back into goal, who could jump about a bit.
I
they
still love
wouldn't be
going
top level
goal
players
on Sundays. It can hurt people, man.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like De Gea thrives off that. Like, De Gea needs to go, I can hurt people here.
Yeah.
You know the things goalkeepers can do?
I know.
Jump up with your knees up,
Special
elbows
powers.
out.
Punch people in the side of the face and not give a penalty
all the time.
away. If you just go, if you're a striker going to the ball, I can jump into you like that and it's not a foul. Just like that. Just your whole skin rips off your face and it's no foul. Like, I feel like De Gea doesn't love the aggression that
he doesn't want to fight
afforded.
Someone. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to have to.
Yeah.
And he was all right when he had those fighters there for him. Rios and that, dragging him about.
Who would you get then? You don't like Pickford. Who do you want in goal?
Don't know. Really don't know.
It's a position you need to have seen someone play a lot, I think. You can't go on stats, I don't think, as much. You have to just see what they're like. Because you look at Onana's stats, I had a look after the final, and his passing stats are good, and some of them are really good, but you wouldn't know from the final from his stats that he's capable of a performance like that in that kind of game as well. That level.
Raya, he's going Spurs, isn't it?
Well, maybe, yeah, because Lloris is leaving, isn't he?
See how they can just fuck Lloris off, and we can't do it with De Gea. Some balls in you, man. But then I think it's the thing where you go, well, if we get rid of De Gea, what if the Glazers don't sell? What if we haven't got money? What if this, that? You've just let a goalkeeper go who you could have kept for free.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think they end up in that position again.
Would you let him go to Saudi Arabia if the reports of those offers are genuine?
Let him do what he wants.
United obviously get no.
Yeah, I don't think you can deny someone taking money like that.
No.
You can't go no.
No, but I mean, let's say you could. Let's say it was if United make an offer, he stays, and if we don't, he leaves. Would you let him go?
I'd let him go.
Yeah.
He's doing you a favour. If David De Gea comes to the manager and says, look, I've been offered this from Saudi Arabia and I want to go.
50 million a year.
Act shocked, but go,
I love that. Act shocked.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
You know that Jeremy Clarkson meme?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's a blessing in disguise because you haven't upset a club legend.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah, he is.
You haven't upset him. He gets to go on his terms.
Yeah.
And we can all pretend like he can go and get some money. Whereas really, it's like, it's best for both, isn't it?
The best, hope it's best of both.
I like me, yeah. Best of both worlds.
Yeah. Lovely. Right. That'll be all from us.
Is that it done?
I think so, yeah. We've talked about everything we need to talk about.
Done.
How are you anyway?
I'm all right. A little bit disappointed Miami lost yesterday.
The Nuggets are too good.
Well, I'm just disappointed Jimmy Butler lost, but ultimately, he did not perform.
No.
He didn't perform.
He's injured,
especially,
wasn't he?
But if he performed yesterday,
they could have won.
He'd win.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of shots he missed, at one point, I was just thinking, bruv, you're going to make a shot today.
No. Was it 21 points he got, which is decent?
No, but he had 8 going into the final quarter.
Yeah.
Like, if he gets 14 before then, game's done.
Yeah.
Dusted.
Yeah.
So, yeah, disappointed.
Stayed up all night.
But I'm going to go to a Miami Heat game next season and a Messi Miami game same week. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
That would be fun. Do you like Messi?
Nah, but if I'm going Miami to see... Well, sorry. I do like Messi. I don't like Messi enough to fly to Miami just to see him.
Yeah.
But I want to go to see Jimmy Butler and all that. So I might...
Jimmy Buckets.
2 birds with 1 stone, isn't it?
Jay Hart says, I broke a guy's nose claiming a cross as a keeper when I was a kid. Exactly.
Fucking good.
That's what it's all about.
I used to go in goal on Sunday. So when I used to play Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
So if I played on the Saturday,
I
wouldn't mind going in goal on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And just hurting so.
Just kicking off.
But now when I go in goal at like goals and stuff for fun, and I enjoy it, I think, did I miss a trick when I was a kid? Would I be in the Premier League right now?
I don't know if you'd have been in the Premier League, but you probably would have got
David De Gea's
further. You
replacement.
would have got further. I honestly think that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine me coming through for David De Gea.
How old are you?
Adam Lindegaard.
Are you older than De Gea?
Probably same age.
I think you are older. How old are you?
33.
Yeah, he's younger than that.
No, I'm 34.
Oh, yeah.
It was just my birthday, wasn't it? I forgot.
You're definitely older than him then. Being replaced by the youngster that is. I think a 31-year-old David De Gea being replaced.
I thought he Googled my age.
De Gea's age just came on the screen. And for a second, Adam was like, Adam McKola age. Google Adam McKola age.
No, I don't. His famous birthday is going to come up and I'm not even famous.
Are your famous birthdays? Let's have a look.
Why do they tweet me all the time as well? It's
Who does?
It's so pretentious to quote tweet famous birthdays and go, oh, thank you guys.
Oh my God, here we go. Famous birthdays, Adam McKola. Click on it, go on his little thing. Star sign, Gemini, yes please. There he is, look.
I'm the 26,000th most popular person in the world, bro.
That's incredible.
Top 26,000.
Scroll up a bit. Let me see that. Look at that. Famous for Man United themed YouTube channel. He has accumulated over 140,000
He featured actor
subscribers.
Rory Jennings in a photo he shared on Instagram.
No, that's so...
It's so weird. This feels very
He's based in Birmingham,
AI
England,
generated.
and grew up alongside his younger sister.
You know what that had on there before?
What?
And bear in mind, I've got more than one sibling, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Like my sister's name was on there. And I had to email and be like, bruv, delete my sister's name from fucking famous birthdays.
Did it really?
But I don't know how it ended up on there.
You're a member of the group 34.
Oh, that's him, innit?
I think he's a sex offender, yeah. But he's 34, so he gets in the club.
That is, delete me off famous birthdays.
Nah. You're also in a group with famous Adams.
Yeah,
Adam
go on.
Sandler.
How famous am I, Adam?
There you go.
Wise.
Adam McKola fans also viewed Rory Jennings.
Who else?
True Geordie.
Go up.
There you go.
Go up. Click on
You're
Adam
the
Sandler.
12th most popular Gemini called Adam. How good's that?
That's not good.
Of course it's
How much
good.
do you want to narrow down the search?
All right, famous Adams. Adam Sandler, number 1. Adam Levine. Adam, do you think you're above or below Australian Test cricket legend Adam Gilchrist?
Oh, Adam Gilchrist, proper famous, man.
Come have a look. Can we find Gilchrist? What? No, stay on that website. You can search Gilchrist at the top. So what was he in? What were you in Famous Adams? Do you remember?
25 was it or something?
No. So
I'm more popular. I'm 40,000 more popular than Adam Gilchrist.
You're more popular than Adam Gilchrist.
Yeah,
He scored more than 5,000 test runs.
You know what I don't like about these websites? So there's one website that says like my net worth's like 3 million. I fucking wish.
Yeah, you wish you hadn't wasted 3 million.
I wish I had 3 million.
You put it all.
I wish I had 1 million, bro.
How much would you pay for £1 million?
About 999,000.
I'd pay a couple mil for it, you know. I would. Imagine being a millionaire. I'd pay 2 million for that. Easy. Right, that's going to be all from us. Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring the show.
Adam Gilchrist in the mud.
Adam Gilchrist in the mud. The Ashes is coming up this week, actually, isn't it?
I can't wait, you know.
And if
I love
this is
the
anything
Ashes.
to go by, Gilchrist in Australia as a whole are fucked.
Yeah, you like a fucking
absolutely. Make sure you check out Manscaped. The link to them is in the description. You get 20% off and free shipping. Honestly, this time of year, in this heat, you need Manscaped, and the link is in the description. Use the code Paddock20. Thank you, Adam. We'll have got.
We're back. You, Joe.
Thank you. We're back for a video. It is your show. Back with a video this evening, addressing City's treble.
Someone said, "Are we going to Houston?"
Very serious video.
Jay and Joe will be in Houston. We're covering the whole tour, though, so we'll be out there. We'll also be in Dublin.
Yes.
Going to Ireland again. We're going to do a live show as well.
Hopefully.
We might do a live show. Stretford Paddock FC are playing. United are playing in Dublin. It's going to be some weekend. So, keep your eyes and ears peeled. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We got a great video with Steve coming out soon. When's that out?
7 o'clock.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, 7 o'clock tonight. Come back here. Steve is going to boil lots of piss.
Yeah.